The purpose of this video is to give you a quick look at how our EMR can empower physicians, technicians, and scribes with meaningful tools designed specifically for the ophthalmic community. These tools are both simple and efficient and have the ability to lead physicians to better outcomes in treating various types of eye conditions. Integrity EMR for Eyes allows me to work through an encounter in 3 simple steps. The first step starts here on the main dashboard. The dashboard allows me to see all the patients that are on my schedule for today and lets me quickly see which patients are either departed, waiting for the doctor, arrived and waiting to be taken back, or those who have not yet arrived. Now, I just choose the next patient I would like to see. Let's choose Glenn. The patient's dashboard gives me a historical perspective of this patient's procedures within our office. I can quickly see Glenn's prior encounters, a list of prior diagnostic tests. I can also see his active eye problems and prior eye surgeries. I can also access various forms of summarized data useful in treating glaucoma, tracking injections, or analyzing past visual acuities. Once I'm comfortable with what I know about this patient, I click Start New Encounter for this patient. And this takes me to the next step in the encounter process. Now, before I walk through this part of the process, let me take a second and explain this current screen. The only part of the system that will change moving forward will be the middle section highlighted here. Everything in the right and left-hand columns will remain the same, and will follow the encounter from left to right, covering both the technician portion of the workup and the physician's exam. To start, Integrity has designed a very intuitive method for capturing a patient's chief complaint and history of present illness. Our system prompts a technician with certain questions relative to the condition they're coming in for. For example, let's say Glenn's here for a follow-up of his type 2 diabetes. Now, the system's going to ask us a series of questions about this problem. When did the problem begin? A few months ago. What symptoms does he currently experience? Blurred vision? Double vision? Since the last visit, is his problem stable, worsening, or improving? Steadily improving. How severe is the problem? Aggravating. How does he describe his vision? Poor. Does he have any other complaints today? No other complaints. We've captured a complete history for Glenn and can now move through the remainder of the workup. We won't be capturing any eye history or other history today, but we will be capturing a review of systems. Integrity has a full 12-point review of systems, with the additional blood pressure, diabetes control, and pregnancy. We will simply indicate that everything is normal, except this patient complained of wheezing and stiffness. Under the Vision tab, Integrity allows you to capture a patient's visual acuity, corrected vision, and any refractive data for this patient. The last step in the technician workup is the tech exam. Here, a technician would capture the external exam and any ancillary testing that may be performed. Once the tech has completed this, the tech transitions out of the encounter, and the doctor transitions into the encounter by using the Doctor Review tab. The Doctor Review consolidates the information just captured by the technician and allows him to quickly review it before he sees the patient. You can see that I have access to the CC and HPI, as well as the summary of today's exam. Another important step may be the physician's need to review any diagnostic tests that have been performed. To do that, I simply click on IntegriView, which houses all of our diagnostic testing for this patient. In IntegriView, I can view and interpret tests for this patient. IntegriView makes it easy to review multiple images at the same time. Once I'm done reviewing these images, I simply close IntegriView, and you'll notice I'm still inside the encounter. Once I have completed my review of this patient's encounter thus far, I'll hop into the exam. It looks like everything is normal during my slit lamp exam. except on closer examination, we see some background diabetic retinopathy in this patient. So I'll select my findings and quickly add a drawing as part of my findings. Next, let's go ahead and add our impression and plan. The system is suggesting a specific diagnosis based on my findings in my exam. So I'll select background diabetic retinopathy, and when I do that, the system also suggests any plans I have associated with that diagnosis. Now, let's add a return visit for this patient to have them come back and see us in 1 month. And let's also notify the patient's referring provider, Dr. Jones. We'll provide a follow-up letter, attach a complete note, and include any diagnostic images that we took today, and we'll send that via secure direct message to the referring provider. The last step in this process is the coding. And based on all the information I have, the system has provided me with both the suggested E&M and I code that could be used based on the information I have charted for today's visit. I'm going to choose the suggested code, as highlighted with 3 stars. Once I'm done, I simply click Submit and close the encounter, and it takes me back to the dashboard to select my next patient to see. All coding will then be sent back to the practice management system for billing and claims submission. We hope you've enjoyed this brief demonstration of Integrity EMR for Eyes. If you'd like a more in-depth demonstration, please go to the Contact Us portion of our website, fill out the request form, and we will be in touch with you shortly.